Welcome back, Deadites and Ghost Beaters. As you know, we are in the, well, it looks like 24-hour mark for Xbox. And a lot more for everyone else because, well, things went wrong. But we are an opening day weekend, and today I thought I would look back on yesterday's launch and do the good, the bad, and the you got real ugly of launch day. And if you like the content, please drop a like and a comment below. I do Evil Dead videos every day, so if you're looking for a place to come out, this is the place. So smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell for all Evil Dead content. And of course, we have an awesome, thriving, and growing Evil Dead community. So if you're looking for a place to play and hang out and talk about the Evil Dead, click on the link in the description below. That's our Discord where everyone plays. We have multiple channels so people can group up and have a lot of fun. Now, we're going to talk about what went down. So if you weren't in the channel, we went live at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for the pre-show Brujo. Basically, we were hanging out, counting down to the launch of the Eastern Standard Time launch of 12:01. And then we kind of failed. Xbox never got working. Things were going wrong with Epic. Things were going wrong with PlayStation. So we're going to break down the good, the bad, and the you got ugly. So we'll start with the you got ugly first. And there's nothing we can talk about more than Xbox. So let's break this down. The game was supposed to start at midnight. It was going to be rolling 12s, which is basically at every time zone. Once it hits 12 o'clock, the game goes live. So New Zealand, Australia, so on, so on, so on, so on, so on. And then, of course, you get to the U.S. at 12 Eastern, and then, so on, so on, so on. Every game goes live at 12. Pretty standard. A lot of games do it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So then they decided to move it to what's called a global lock. So the game launches everywhere in the world at the exact same time. Just the servers basically go on and everyone can play, no matter where you're at. So like, for example, if it's 10 a.m., which is what the time they gave Eastern Standard Time, then it would be 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or wherever you're at in the world. And then at 8:11 p.m. on Wednesday night, they're like, no, we're just kidding. We're going to launch at midnight again. And then things went wrong from there. And they basically tried to get the game working. People couldn't redeem codes on Epic. Xbox didn't go live until the next morning at 11 a.m. Like, it was just an absolute cluster. And that's what happened there. And that was by far the worst thing that occurred. And for people who are on the Xbox side or any other, there's still people still trying to redeem codes. It's just kind of, it was a murky start. And it led to a lot of flaming on the review bumps because people were pissed they weren't playing their game. And it was definitely a bad footing. Now we're going to talk about the bad. Well, the bad is the codes. We're going to talk about codes. Most people have been having problems getting their Savini code to redeem, or their Epic code to redeem, or PlayStation codes to redeem. So there has been outside the game problems. So not necessarily the game itself, because it's been very, very stable. It's just things that have been going wrong inside the game. So it's not terribly bad. Let's be honest, the launch was much worse than what we've been having with code problems. And from what I'm hearing now, most of the codes have been redeemed and everyone seems to be doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Another thing that's been bad for people and they've been really bitching about, I don't agree. I thought they were challenging, but the missions seem to be very hard. There is no difficulty setting. So if you have a problem with very, very tough games, you might have problems unlocking characters and completing the missions. And I know people have been really, really angry about this because this is very, Souls-esque. And the missions are all hard. We have the Nobi tapes up on it if you want to listen to the lore. But it's been a problem for a lot of people because they can't get past a certain mission or they can't unlock a certain character. So I think people have been having a problem with that. I don't know if we will see any reduction in difficulty when the next mission comes out with Castle Kandar, but I know people are kind of bitter about it. I personally found them very hard but beatable. But if you're having really trouble and you just want to unlock, Lord Arthur, who's the very last mission and he is the best character in the game, I can understand the frustration. And now the good. Well, the good is, at one point there was 1 million people watching the game on Twitch. Very popular coming out of the gate. Crossplay has worked better than any game I've seen in a long, long time. And we're having a really good time. The game seems like it has a lot of footing. Of course, we've seen a huge drop back in watch today. When I looked this morning, it was at 40,000 people, which is still really, really good, but it's a huge drop off from where it was at. But there's a lot of interested parties, and there's a game that can finally compete with Dead by Daylight for the first time in a long time. And I think the asymmetrical PvP genre as a whole is ready to take a huge step forward in 2022. And there you have it. Pretty easy, pretty good. The game's going well today. I think people are having a lot of problems. I'm not seeing a lot of issues with people dropping. There's been a little bit of, DCing here and there, but I feel like for the most part, the game has been really stable. I haven't noticed a lot of bugs. I think the biggest bug I had was a couple of chests that couldn't open. We had a match where we couldn't res someone, so that was a little wonky. But for the most part, it's a very balanced and working game so far, which is really good to see. So we're going to be doing, probably every other week we'll do the good, the bad, and you got real ugly on things. But I wanted to do a launch day edition because here we are, really outside. We're on Saturday. We're in the new version, and people are getting a chance to play. They seem to be really responding to the game for those who have got a chance to play it. And of course, our coverage ain't stopping there. We're going to do videos every day because this is where we live. We live here now. And that's because we love Evil Dead, and I think the genre has a chance to grow. I think this is a great mainstream exposure for the Evil Dead universe, whether it's movies, TV, comics, video games. I feel like people have really responded and said to me, I've had a lot of people in chat go, be honest, I've never seen a movie from the Evil Dead, or I've never seen the series or read a comic, and now I'm really interested in it. And that's awesome. I love to see when genres kind of bleed together and make people interested in the universe that exists because of the characters that are so entrenched in my life. And it makes me feel good that people were talking, like I had people in chat last night, they're like, should I watch the movies? Should I play this? Should I watch that? I was like, yes, this is awesome. And so that for me was the one thing that I took away is a lot of people have really enjoyed the game on day one, and it's made them want to know more and want to see more. And that's awesome. So for all of you who are lifelong fans like I am, keep on keeping on. And for those of you who are just new to the Evil Dead universe, welcome. Remember, shoot first, think never. And as always, thanks for watching, and later, mates.